So guys, welcome along to weekend predictions for the first week of the season, 2025-26 season. This weekend prediction will be based on historical facts, previous season's performance, preseason performance, because there is no league form table yet. There has not been any matches. This is just the first weekend. I will be starting off with the Friday fixtures involving Liverpool and Bournemouth. Most persons have already given Liverpool the league. They feel Liverpool are going to run away with the league, and the other teams will not be able to put up with them. As much as I make Liverpool my favorites to win the league, I don't think it's going to be a procession for them, or it's going to be as easy as people make assuming it to be. I believe Pep Guardiola, being the best manager in the world, will not fold his arms and just watch and slot run away with the league. Neither will Arteta, who is almost obsessed with winning the league, just fold his arms and allow Liverpool to run away with the league. So it's going to be an exciting season and a tough one to come. This weekend we'll have some big clashes coming up. Man United and Arsenal at Old Trafford. It doesn't come bigger than that. We have Aston Villa, Newcastle, and then we'll have the defending champions, Liverpool, kicking off today against Bournemouth. So we're all excitedly looking forward to the new season. I'll be giving you my score predictions, my reasons for those predictions, my upsets or predicted upsets for the weekend, and everything that has to do with EPL. So if you are new to the channel, please hit the like button, please subscribe, please keep sharing. It helps us to keep making content for you. And then let's dive into the video. If Liverpool are going to win the league like everyone is predicting and it's going to be a procession, then they have to start the season with a bang. And what better fixtures to start with than Liverpool versus Bournemouth at the Anfield. So it's looking like a straightforward win for them, especially given that Bournemouth are going through a lot lately. They are going through a transition. They've lost almost all their defenders. They have new ones. They are still trying to understand each other. Kekes is gone. Hudson is gone. Zabani, even Ouattara is about to leave as well. So they are going through a lot of changes. The team has not gelled yet, and they are coming up against a very well-oiled machine in Liverpool who have some world-class players like Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, and then Arne Slot as well is a factor. So I don't see a scenario where Bournemouth is getting any points out of this game unless something really catastrophic happens at Anfield. I see Liverpool winning this one easily, probably a 3-1 win or a 3-0 win with Mohamed Salah, what's his name, Florian Wirtz, and then probably Hugo Ekitike, maybe Zobo Sly or someone else from the midfield coming up with the goals. Moving on to Saturday matches, we have five games coming up at 3 p.m. UK time. I'll be starting with probably the biggest of them all, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Aston Villa, though revving in the euphoria of qualifying for Europa League, will be feeling a bit hard on. This match seems like a match that will have, some needle in it because Newcastle United pipped Aston Villa to the last spot for Champions League by finishing fifth on goal difference, if you remember. So there are a lot at stake in this game. And then last season, I think towards the end of the season also, Aston Villa defeated Newcastle 4-1, if I remember correctly. So it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a tough one for both teams. For Aston Villa, their transfer window has been basically about keeping the players they have in the team. Mostly, they've not really been so active in the transfer window. They've only added a few 18-year-olds here and there. But they've not let go big players apart from Jacob Ramsey, who is about to switch over to Newcastle. As for Newcastle themselves, qualifying for Champions League, we expected them to do big transfers, to go in big in a transfer window and get some good players. And it's not because of lack of trying, but they've not been able to land their targets. You remember Hugo Ekitike went to Liverpool. They went from Bournemouth. Bournemouth chose Man United. They are going for Wisa. Wisa is still struggling with Brentford. And then they've only been able to sign, I think, Malik Thor, around Ramsdale, and now they are looking to see if they'll be able to get Jacob Ramsey. I think they agreed a £45 million deal for Jacob Ramsey from Aston Villa. So for both teams, they've not done much in a transfer window per se. And it's looking like it's not a game you'll be able to predict easily, but I'm counting on home advantage to come to bear and help Aston Villa to defeat Newcastle this coming Saturday. And then, speaking of Newcastle still have their running issues with Alexander Isak, who is looming large. He's like a dark cloud over the club. No positivity and optimism at the club right now because of the saga. Isak wanting to join Liverpool at all cost and trying to force his way out of the team is generally affecting the team's morale. So, but tomorrow, let's see if they are going to be able to put that behind their backs and then try to get on with the game and see if they'll be able to win the game. But head to head says that Unai Emery tends to get the better of Howe of Newcastle. So it's looking likely probably a narrow home win. I'm going with a 2-1 scoreline for that. Wolves versus Manchester City at the morning. Everybody has been raving about Liverpool this, Liverpool that, Arsenal this, Arsenal much. A lot of persons are not paying real attention to what Man City are doing. I am seeing Man City taking people by a surprise. They have the best coach in the world and have the best striker in the world. The current Ballon d'Or winner. They have a whole lot of world-class players. Although they've lost Kevin De Bruyne, some of their players are aging. There are issues here and there, but they've been able to sign Reinders, sign Checky. They've signed a few players here and there. They are looking to sign Rodrigo. I see Manchester City competing for the title this season again and probably winning a major trophy just for the fact that they have world-class players and they have Pep Guardiola managing the team. So this game at the Amex is looking like a straightforward game for them. Wolves can be a banana skin for big teams. They can put up shockers at times, but I think Pep Guardiola will be wanting to start the season with a bang and to make a statement first game of the season. So I'm seeing a straightforward 2-0 win for Manchester City in that one. Then moving on to the biggest game of the weekend, the Clash of the Titans, the Super Sunday game, all the hypes, Manchester United versus Arsenal. What are we expecting? It's going to be a tough game, even when Man United are in the doldrums, when they are struggling, when you expect them to lie low. They tend to turn up against big teams and they don't come bigger than Arsenal. They have this old history and rivalry against each other, between the two teams. So I'm expecting Manchester United to really turn up, put in their best, try to nick a win or something. But then it's not going to be easy for them because on the other end, you have Mikel Arteta, who is obsessed with details, obsessed with winning. In fact, Arteta can be so minuscule with his attention to detail that sometimes the thing might become a problem. But if you are doing a combined 11 of Manchester United and Arsenal FC as of today, you will have at least 7 Arsenal players in the team. So it's not looking straightforward. It's not going to be a straightforward game. There might be surprises here and there, but I am backing my team Arsenal to eventually get the 3 points. It may be a 1-0 win, a 2-1 win. In fact, most people are even seeing a draw or a win for Manchester United. But I have to back my team, obviously. So I'm backing Arsenal to beat them. But it's going to be a tough game. There are subplots here and there. The clash between Gyökeres and Sesko, Gabriel Magalhaes, Bruno and Odegaard, the comparisons between Amorim and Arteta, clash of ideas and patterns and play, So I'm not expecting a swashbuckling performance from any of the teams. It's going to be tactically and a cagey game, and I expect Arteta to do something different. I don't expect him to be the protagonist all the time, especially in this game. I want him to be cautious, fast if possible, back the bus, let Man United have the possession and hit them on the counter. Now that we have a pacey striker in Gyökeres, we have what's his name, Noni Madueke from Chelsea. Then we have Saka firing, and Odegaard seems to be back to his best. You now have Zubimendi who can, spray the passes, quicken our transition play, help the players to get into half spaces and to, quicken the game generally. So I'm not expecting Arsenal to just be passing for passing sake or try to, dominate every phase of play. Let United have the ball, hit them on the counter. I'm sure we're going to get the win. But if you allow United play their game against the big team, which is usually to park the bus, wait for you to make mistake, park the bus, park their 18-yard box, try to close you down in certain areas, wait for you to make a mistake and hit you on the counter. And they have Mbeumo now. Mbeumo is a really good winger / 10. They have Cunha. Now they have Benjamin Sesko. Imagine if Sesko scores against us now. All the banter and the talks is going to be crazy, So Arteta has to be cautious. Yes, we have to go all out and win, but be cautious. Respect your opponent, respect the opposition. Don't assume because they finished 15th last season, they are finished and just turn up and not put in the work. You have to apply yourself and then be as much disciplined as possible. Avoid yellow cards, penalties, unnecessary cautions, because those are the things that United will be looking out for. And you know that the English referees, the PGMO, they tend to have an agenda. They like to try out things with Arsenal. This new rule about goalkeepers holding on to the ball, resulting to corner kicks and free kicks and all that sort of thing. Raya and Timber, they have to be cautious of that. Raya should stop trying to hold on to the ball for long. Timber, when you are taking the throw, please, a few seconds, you throw in the ball, stop dilly-dallying and wasting time. No dark arts, play the game, don't play the occasion. Attack when necessary, defend when necessary. And given that, generally, I think we'll have a better team currently. We should be able to beat Man United, but we'll have to respect the. And finally, looking at the boys from West London, the boys in blue, Chelsea FC, what can we say? They've done what Chelsea does or what they do. Every season they sign a whole lot of players. They've signed Gittins, they've signed João Pedro, they've signed a whole lot of players, and those players, many of them have hit the ground running. So Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Palace themselves are not a small team anyway, but then best centre back is injured presently. Eze is a subject of transfer speculation. Mateta just came back from his head injury, and they've not really added too many players to their squad. But as you can see from their last game against Liverpool, Palace are still a very good team. They will give Chelsea a run for their money. But then, obviously, Chelsea are the better team. They have the better players, the better squad. They are so common sense is Chelsea should win. But it may not be a straightforward game. It may be a 2-1, 3-2, 1-0 kind of match. But at the end of the day, I'm seeing Chelsea picking up the 3 points. So it's been nice chatting with you guys, talking football, making predictions, and hopefully next weekend we'll be bringing you another round of predictions as well. So keep watching Boss Football, always checking with us. Watch Boss Football, like our videos, subscribe, turn on the notification button so that you are notified whenever we post any new videos. Peace. I'm out.